friends, just a quick update on the doors install. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, what we did was Patrick picked up the door. It's a heavy beast, and we slid it onto the hinges. And you'll notice there's little holes at the top and the bottom for the hinges. What we did was we used old drill bits to line up those little holes, and then we put in the big like the bolts and tightened them down and lined everything up perfect. Did that on both sides, and lines up pretty well. Take a look at the body lines there.
Yeah, it got it about 90% done, and that's the way it looks now. So pretty happy with it. All right, today I'm going to try to cut in this door. I was trying to do this with the doors on, but it won't work. So I'm going to take off, the door striker on both sides and do that. I'm just going to mask it off. I think it's the right thing to do. It's just going to take too much work, and I don't think I'll be happy with it. The tough part is going to be, of course, aligning it after, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I've basically done the inside of the passenger side door. So now that's done. Cowl is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the door on the outside. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I am pretty happy with it so far. I'm gonna leave it cure for a few hours before I try to put the door on. Might even leave it overnight, try to get it on tomorrow. Just starting to put the door back in. Now, I mentioned that I had drilled a couple holes. You'll see the small hole and then the bigger hole. Small 1/8 hole was the one I did at the beginning. I wasn't satisfied with it, so I ended up redoing it. I went with a slightly bigger hole because I've got to drill through this whole door hinge. So I went with one size bigger there, and I did one at the bottom. Had my wife help me, just help put the drill bits in there is what you use. The drill bits you use to drill the holes. And it hasn't been adjusted yet from anything. That's how close it came out. So it's got to go up a bit, which I knew it did because the one on the bottom was out a little bit. I just didn't want to drill another hole. So this tells you within 20 minutes, I can put the door back together and it looks great. Like I just mentioned, I got it 90% accurate with using the drill bits and holding it in place and then just tightening it up. I have to move it up maybe a couple of mil. So what I'm going to do is I've got a jack, and to make it high enough I use a couple of blocks of wood and a nice cloth microfiber towel to make sure I don't scratch the paint. Just going to jack it up. If you don't want to do anything to damage it, go like this. Make sure it's centered. I can tell it's just holding it up just a little bit. And in this one, I think I'm going to raise a little bit more on the bottom. There. I don't know if it even moved. I did a little bit at the top. That might be too much, I think. Might have to redo that one. little too high, which is okay. Lowering it's easy. Right. Just a little bit more, but it's working out quite well. Right, so I think that's going to be a win. Might adjust it a little bit more on the bottom, but that tells you how you can do it at home without a bunch of fancy tools that some of the body shops have. It is now aligned, final alignment. Again, this is the jack. Couple blocks of wood. You need one anyways to spread the load, and then microfiber to keep it from scratching. So the Galaxie, of course, the problem you have with these is you've got tons of adjustment here, up, down, and in and out. So a lot there. And then you've got 3 bolts on the top and then 3 on the bottom for these hinges. These hinges are pretty incredible. But the reason I was a little worried, of course, was just making sure that it would adjust well. Again, the holes were invaluable. The bottom one is out just a little bit, which it was before, but getting it where it is now, you can see how good it is. So if you're gonna do it, you got home tools, a jack, a couple blocks of wood, maybe a helper to get the bolts started, drilling the holes, and you're good. The last thing I had to install was a striker plate. Now, if you look at this, you'll notice I didn't drill any holes. They'd stick out a little bit more, so I didn't want to drill them. What I did do though, is as I'm adjusting it, I put a piece of tape on the back side. What I do is when I've adjusted it and I'm happy with it, then I take either razor blade or X-Acto blade and I cut around it. And it protects the backside from having all these gouges. So if you're gonna do this and you wanna do it on the budget, home guy, that's a trick I've learned over the years. And now that it's working, that's it. I don't think I could have aligned it much better myself. So I'm going to take that as my win.